Top 10 Richest People in the World. Let's be honest, who doesn't want to be a millionaire? If you were one of them, what would you spend your millions on? You can probably think of a million things to do, like buying yourself a dream mansion, traveling around the world, or going shopping with your black card in unlimited balance. From the industry of fashion, technology, and finance, get ready to meet the 10 richest men in the world.
$10. Okay.
Number 10. Michael Bloomberg. He's a former New York mayor and owner of Bloomberg LP, which provides financial software, data, and news. He currently owns a fortune of $50 billion. It's been estimated that with his assets, he can buy all the goods and services of the Republic of Zambia in the south of the continent. He's also known for being a great philanthropist and for his participation in ecological projects and those involving climate change. He's also a passionate fan of air travel, with a commercial pilot license since 1976. He enjoys flying in any of his helicopters valued at more than $34.5 million. About its properties, Michael Bloomberg has between 12 and 15 houses around the world, one of them located on the Upper East Side of Manhattan in New York. Although Bloomberg's CEO is totally dedicated to his business, many followers of his political career expect him to return, but this time to make a career in the White House of the United States. Number 9. Larry Ellison. Founder of the Oracle Company, Larry Ellison is an American typhoon who has amassed a fortune worth about $58.5 billion. His wealth has allowed him to acquire an island called Lanai, which is the 6th largest island in Hawaii, and whose rental price costs $100,000 a night. His company is also known for sponsoring the incredible Formula One cars. The former CEO of Oracle loves luxury and showcasing new and expensive toys. Among his eccentricities is his luxurious yacht called Rising Sun, worth about $200 million, which has 82 cabins with a jacuzzi, a movie theater, gym, and an outside basketball court that serves as a heliport. We already know that Ellison supports Formula One racing, so of course, in his car collection, a McLaren Renault could not be missing, in addition to an Audi R8 and an Acura NSX, among others. On the other hand, this billionaire is responsible for subsidizing a large amount of genetic and pharmacological research. He even gave away his luxurious Rising Sun yacht for scientists to travel around the world synthesizing algae in order to create new medicines. However, his condition would be that only he could obtain the full patents of the new scientific discoveries. That's not really very altruistic of you, Ellison. Number 8. The Koch brothers. Charles and David Koch are the richest brothers in the world, with a fortune of $60 billion each, thanks to Koch Industries, a company conglomerate with a presence in the oil, chemicals, energy, natural gas, and mineral fields, among others. Together, they have a fortune that is only surpassed by the many millions of the Microsoft owner Bill Gates, enough to surpass GDP produced by the autonomous community of Asturias 3 times. They inherited from their father, Fred Koch, his oil empire, but under the direction of the Koch brothers, they managed to spread through Texas, Alaska, and Minnesota, and thus expand their activities in other sectors. But what could the controversial Koch brothers buy? In addition to being accused of supporting a political campaign such as the opposition party of the former president of the United States, Barack Obama, the Big Brothers, as they are known, financed the Meredith Group in order to buy the Time Publishing Company in the United States. Currently, there are many conspiracy theories aimed at discrediting the Koch family. The truth is that the immense fortune of these brothers does have a great influence in the business world. Number 7. Carlos Slim Helú. The only Mexican in this top, Carlos Slim Helú has an equity amounting to $67.1 billion. He's known for building his great fortune from telecommunications companies. Currently, he owns América Móvil, Claro, Grupo Carso, and Telmex. Although it sounds very eccentric, if Carlos Slim wanted, he could easily buy countries like the Dominican Republic or Sri Lanka. It is estimated that the large size of his fortune represents 6.5% of the GDP of his country. He could even buy all the teams on the Spanish Football League. Impressive, isn't it? However, Carlos Slim can be said to be the complete opposite of the multimillionaire prototype. It is known that he continues to live on the same property he bought 30 years ago, does not wear luxury brands or ostentatious jewelry, and prefers trips to cultural places instead of exotic ones. He even keeps a very old-fashioned style. Carlos Slim doesn't use a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet. To keep himself organized, he only uses a classic paper agenda. The millionaire owner of Carso is just that simple. Number 6. Amancio Ortega. Founder and former president of the Inditex Textile Group, Spaniard Amancio Ortega has a fortune worth $70 billion. For this businessman, the key to his resounding success is based on offering fashion at low prices. A clear example of this is the clothing and accessories of his famous store, Zara. In recent years, his fortune has increased thanks to his investments in real estate, with the purchase of large towers located in the best areas of countries. But let's be curious. What could the millions of Amancio Ortega buy? It's estimated that his fortune would allow him to surpass the GDP of around 129 countries, such as Croatia, Uruguay, or Luxembourg. He could also make about 320 signings of Neymar, the football crack, in addition to acquiring around 500 mansions like Bill Gates' home. On the other hand, from his life story, he wrote a book called Amancio Ortega: From Zero to Zara, which narrates how a retail dealer became the creator of one of the largest textile emporiums in less than a generation, thus becoming the most successful Spanish man undoubtedly. Number 5. Mark Zuckerberg. He is the founder and CEO of the most popular social network in the world, Facebook. He owns a fortune of around $71 billion, and at only 33 years old, he is the youngest of Forbes' billionaire list. Among the properties that Mark has is a piece of land in Hawaii, near the north coast of Kauai, which includes Pila Beach, where he intends to build a beachfront mansion with access to the sea, and even an oceanic farm. To achieve his goal, he has to acquire different properties in the area. However, that's nothing because with all the money he has, he could buy up to 32 islands the size of Hawaii. On the other hand, Zuckerberg decided to also buy the 4 mansions around his located in the exclusive area of Edgewood Drive in Palo Alto, California. A somewhat extreme decision, but that's because the genius behind Facebook prefers to keep his privacy away from curious eyes and the press. And with a tremendous fortune like that, he can afford eccentricities like those, in addition to owning other millionaire companies like WhatsApp and Instagram. Number 4. Bernard Arnault. The French businessman of luxury brands Bernard Arnault occupies his 4th place with a fortune worth $72 billion. He is the owner of the Louis Vuitton Moët Hennessy Business Group, better known as LVMH, which brings together the most luxurious brands in the world such as Christian Dior, Louis Vuitton, Loewe, Givenchy, and Moet & Chandon. Bernard Arnault is also known for being a great art collector and has very expensive paintings such as Picasso, Yves Klein, Henry Moore, and Andy Warhol. He also owns a private island in the Bahamas called Indigo, which has several beaches, tennis courts, and a marina. In addition, among his most luxurious assets is its yacht, baptized Amadeus. This elegant boat has a fine Steinway piano, a movie theater, sauna, and a jacuzzi. Its rental price would be around $587,000 per week. And the richest man in France could cover the GDP of countries such as North Korea, Honduras, El Salvador, and Paraguay. Under these calculations, Arnault proves that a French conglomerate that is a machine for billing money. Number 3. Warren Buffett. American tycoon Warren Buffett, also known as the Oracle of Omaha, treasures an equity of $84 billion. He owns the Berkshire Hathaway Company, which has more than 50 subsidiaries and interests in various businesses in different sectors such as the financial sector, consumer goods, oil and gas, agriculture, and transportation. However, despite its great economic power, Buffett is a very simple man, starting because he likes to have breakfast in McDonald's, where he usually orders sausage, eggs, and a cheese McMuffin for $2.95. No luxury restaurant for this businessman. In addition, Buffett is known to continue living in the same house that he bought in 1958 for $31,500 in Nebraska. But if we calculate a bit, this businessman would buy the Televisa and even America Mobile from Carlos Slim if he wanted to. In addition, his fortune would exceed the net GDP of countries like Uruguay, although he states that his expenses are only equivalent to 0.01% of his wealth, and the rest goes to various charitable foundations. Number 2. Bill Gates. The revolutionary genius of Microsoft, Bill Gates, accumulates an impressive fortune of about $90 billion. Considered a great reference of computing in the 90s, he became one of the richest people in the world due to the launch of his Windows 3.0 software that was marketed to millions of people on his computers. Currently, Microsoft is positioned as one of the most valuable in the stock market. His wealthy fortune exceeds the GDP of at least a dozen Latin American countries, such as the Dominican Republic, Guatemala, Uruguay, Costa Rica, Panama, Bolivia, Paraguay, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Haiti. In addition, the wealth of this billionaire is equivalent to 0.5% of the GDP of the United States. In effect, if Gates' patrimony were a country, it would be ranked 67th among the most powerful economies in the world. However, Bill Gates plans to donate 95% of his wealth after his death to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Number 1. Jeff Bezos. And the first place in this top is for the owner of Amazon, who this year became the richest man in the world for the first time, with an astonishing $112 billion fortune. That's why he recently bought the largest mansion in Washington for $23 million and could have even paid cash. And with that amount of money, you can easily acquire 1.55 billion barrels of oil, and it is estimated that he has 1,639.787 times the income of the average American. In addition, he has 26.6% of the funds of the most prestigious universities in the United States. And is that the CEO of Amazon and also recent new owner of the Washington Post amasses an incredible wealth that has also allowed him to acquire Whole Foods for about $14 billion. It is also averaged that Jeff Bezos' equity equals 0.565% of the United States' GDP. In addition, it is estimated that Amazon is worth around $427 billion in the market. Definitely, there is no doubt that his impressive 12-digit fortune will continue to grow. And although money can't buy everything in life, having a millionaire fortune does not hurt anyone. Don't forget to like this video and of course subscribe to the channel. Until the next video, guys.